So the lance is a defensive weapon that allows you to stay close to the creature while mitigating damage. A good lance player will be able to avoid attacks. A better lance player will be able to use those attacks to increase their damage output. The bread and butter of the lance is the triple poke. All you have to do is press circle 3 times. The important thing to know about this attack is that you have 4 options after you complete the attack. The first option is to dodge. You can dodge forward, left, right, or backwards. You can also hold back and press dodge at the same time to double the distance of your backstep. You can immediately attack after completing a dodge. You can even slightly change the direction of your attack by holding left or right on the first swing. The next option you have is a guard dash. To do this action, you hold R2 and you press triangle while holding a direction simultaneously. This allows you to dodge while blocking. The downside to this action is that afterwards your options will provide less damage output than the options provided by a standard dodge or a lance charge. You can press triangle once the action is complete to do a shield bash, which can then be immediately comboed back into a triple poke, or a lance charge. If you press circle instead, you'll do a leaping strike that hits 3 times and pierces any material. Because the attack hits 3 times, it will apply status effects faster and do more elemental damage, but its physical attack is fairly low, and it's better used for positioning rather than damage. The third option is the counter cancel. The lance is capable of counterattacking by pressing R2 and circle. If you hold it, you'll hold the position for a bit before counterattacking. But if you just tap it, you'll leave the block phase fairly quickly and go right into a kind of 4th poke. This is great for essentially creating an infinite combo. But there's one last bit of depth here. If you find that you're attacking in the wrong direction and need to change, you can go from a counter to a power guard by pressing X while in the guard phase of your counter. This allows you to do 2 things. It allows you to block multiple attacks without triggering your counter, as the counter needs to be initiated manually in this state. Secondly, when countering from a power guard, you can attack in any direction. This allows you to change directions while continuing to do damage. The fourth and final option is the lance charge. This can be done by pressing R2, triangle, and circle. This option has the highest damage potential because the end of the charge does the damage of 2 to 3 strong pokes, but also has the most time stuck in an animation. So you could triple poke lance charge, triple poke lance charge, and do a fair bit of damage that way, so long as you don't get hit while this is happening. When charging, you can juke left and right, jump, and turn around by pressing the dodge button in the corresponding direction. The jump can be used to easily mount monsters and could be a great option when the monster is trying to run away. This can slow the enemy down, giving your team a chance to catch up, and eventually lead to a downed monster, which will increase your team's damage output. If you're playing solo, I would only use this option to initiate a cat trap, as the time spent mounting is time spent doing suboptimal damage. If you don't know what I mean by cat trap, there are cats in the stages. They have green circles over their head. If you mount a monster next to them, they'll trap the monster and allow you to get some damage on them. If the lance charge ends up being a bad idea, and you find yourself dashing towards an oncoming attack, you can thankfully hold the right trigger and your character will fairly quickly guard and slide. If you begin a lance charge, end it with an attack, and then want to go back into another lance charge, you can go back into a lance charge fairly quickly if you first do a normal attack and then attempt the lance charge. If you don't do this, you'll find yourself doing a wide sweep attack, which I honestly can't find a use for other than messing up your damage output. I think that's about everything. If you think I missed something or have opinions of your own, let me know in the comments. If you want more videos like this in the future, please like and subscribe and let me know what you would want to see.